Austin, Texas guitar man Chris Duarte. The song is I Wonder Why. And this evening we have Chris in the studio to give us the lowdown on the latest Austin, Texas guitar whiz. Welcome.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Appreciate you stopping up in between sound check and showtime there
My
at
pleasure.
Stebbs here in Cedar Falls.
My pleasure.
That song is a Freddie King song?
Freddie King song. He did it much slower, but I just pick up the tempo. But yeah, it's a Freddie King tune.
And maybe you could just spend a couple of minutes introducing yourself, where you're from.
Well, let's see. In first
age.
grade, no, I'm 29 years old. I'm originally from San Antonio, Texas. I've been in Austin like the last 11, 12 years of my life. I had 1.5 year hiatus to New Hampshire. I went up there just to kind of refocus myself up there for a while, and that was like in 90, July of 90, and I went up there, I got myself refocused, and I started playing around there, and that pretty much set the wheels in turn for my career in a trio format. I mean, I was playing trio, but, I just wasn't thinking right. I wasn't doing all the right things. But I was getting big popularity up in New Hampshire, and I went back down to Texas and got like a manager, booking agent sort of deal, and just started playing everywhere and trying to play hard as I can and get the word out. So, I don't know.
It would seem that there is greater focus as far as the music industry is concerned in Austin than in New Hampshire.
Yes, there is.
Was that the reason you went back home?
Yeah, it was, because I was making great money in New Hampshire, but I didn't feel like my career was going anywhere. So that's why I went back. And plus, I always wanted to get on the road. I mean, people in New Hampshire were thinking, wow, 80 miles away, are you driving home tonight? Well, yeah, I'm driving home tonight. I mean, I wanted to get on the road and play around all over the nation. I knew I could.
And so you two are coast to coast now, or?
Coast to coast. We haven't made it all the way out to California yet, but we're going to do that. We'll probably do that by the end of the year.
And how many dates a year do you normally play then?
This year I've been in Austin. I'd say when this year is over, I will have been in Austin total time, maybe 2 months. So I'd say it's going to get real close to 300 dates this year.
Is that right? Working like crazy.
Yeah, we work a whole bunch. This tour is a real short one, we consider it. It's about 5 to 6 weeks, and we only have 3 days off.
Now, there have been some other Austin players that have passed through the area, and I asked them what it's like as far as playing in your hometown with all of the, I suppose it would be competition. The world name players there in Austin who live and work in Austin around Antone's, and all of those great blues players. What's it like?
Well, Austin's a real fickle town. I mean, you've got like 250 places that you can go hear music, whether it be a hotel lounge or it be like Antone's or Steamboat or Black Cat Lounge. And everybody's got this attitude, well, we got all the attention, we're special, and if you play that town all the time, people will say, well, I'll catch him next week, I'll catch him this week. And you got everybody thinking that. So if you stick around Austin, you don't build that much of a crowd. Very few groups. I can only think of 2 right now that have built up a huge crowd staying in Austin. It's not so bad. The competition factor, there's good camaraderie going with the musicians. Sometimes it gets a little cliquish, but it's really not that bad. It's just normal stuff. It is a good competitive place, and if you're not a very good player, you will get pushed out pretty fast. I mean, if you're ignorant to it, you'll just keep banging on it, but, whatever makes you happy. But I like to be a competitive person, and I think it's a good place to cut your teeth, because you go to other major cities where you hear it's really hard, and you go there and you're well prepared to deal with it. I feel I'm well prepared to play in New York City. I always thought New York City scared me because of the monster players, but I go there and I think I'm well prepared to play a lot of places. Just because Austin has such a competitive edge, I like it a lot. I thrive on competition.
Now, when we first heard about you here at KUNI, your management company sent us some tapes that seemed like it was taped off the radio at one time, and said that there was a pending deal. Now, the songs we're going to listen to tonight are pretty much also live off the mixing board, correct?
Yeah, I'm so harsh on myself. Like, with the competitive edge, nobody's going to be as hard on me as me, myself. So any tape I hear of myself that's 30 minutes old, I'll listen to it and I say, oh, I can play better than that. I hate that tape. I hate my voice. I hate this. But, you just got to keep it going. You just got to keep it. Yeah, it's going to be off the board in Salt Lake City.
Well, let's listen to another one. Austin, Texas's Chris Duarte on KUNI, where membership support makes the difference. Chris, just for the guitar players in the audience this evening, what's your rig? What are you playing through? What are you playing on?
Actually, it's really small. It's a Fender 75, which just got 115, and I just got it's a Strat 63 Strat and a Boss DS1 and a Chorus little CE2, and that's really all I play through.
Mm-hmm.
And people will walk up, and guitar players will walk up. Oh man, where's your rack? Where's your rack? Well, this is all I got here. No, really, man, come on. You know, I don't know.
So you're getting all that sound out of your fingers. And
yeah,
your,
exactly. That's where it is. You know, that's where it is. It's really in the fingers. It's in the hands. You know.
Well, that's what Hendrix did.
Yeah.
All those pedals and all the devices these days, people are trying to get the same sound that Hendrix got out of his fingers.
That's true.
And his Marshall stack.
Yeah.
Listen, another thing that I keep seeing when my band is on the road, I see your name out there, and they are constantly promoting the idea of you are the new Stevie Ray Vaughan. How do you feel about that?
Well, you know, I'm humbled to be compared to Stevie. You know, sure, Stevie had some influence on me. I like Albert
I think
King too.
on that last song, it was
It's more
pretty...
Hendrix and stuff, and some. But what I like about
does that put pressure on you to live up to that billing?
No, not really. I don't. At least I don't think of it that way. I think of it more like a compliment. What I like about Stevie is his emotion that came through in his playing and his aggressiveness. I like aggressive playing. I like to, I like to be in your face. I got something to say, and what I got to say is emotional. You know, this is an emotional thing for me to do. Some songs I can't play every night because it's just an emotional thing for me. It doesn't bother me a bit. People think some people think it would bother me. I don't want to offend you, but you sound just like Stevie Ray. Oh, well, thank you very much. It's a great compliment. I don't know. I'm just trying to take all these influences in and interpret it my way.
Well, the sound that you get and the instrument that you play and the way that you play it, and being from Austin, Texas, and all of that kind of comes down to, hey, here's the new Stevie Ray. And I had always wondered, after seeing this so many times in so many locations, I wonder if the guy really feels under the gun here, or if he's feels in any way, shape, or form, or if he's trying to promote the idea of sounding like Stevie Ray.
People will come up to me and they'll say, here, and they've got this Stevie Ray looking hat, and which I refuse to wear. You know, that was Stevie's thing. The way Stevie dressed, the way he did things, that was his thing, man. And I come into clubs, and our whole band comes to the club. Oh, what do y'all play? Heavy metal, rock, or something? Because we cut off sleeves and our t-shirts, long hair. I've got a lot of hair, people, a long hair, and that's Stevie's thing. It's not my thing. Stevie had his thing, and I respect that the utmost, and I just take it as a big compliment.
And another 15, 20 years, there'll be some other guitar player from Austin, the new Chris Duarte.
Well, I'd certainly be humbled by it. It would humble me.
Any deals in the works as far as a major label release for your music?
Yeah, sure. We got major labels. I'd rather not really mention names because it's like, nothing's really been thrown down the table. A lot of there's about 5 or 6 really major ones out there. But as far as I know, I think the show still has a long way to go. I still feel I have a long way to go, and I just want to keep working on being a better musician. That's why we work so much, because I feel you need to have that creative channel open, and you just got to keep working. So the better you get, the more I play, the better I'm going to get. The entire show's going to.
How do you feel about the music business? That to me has always been like an oxymoron. You have the music, you have the business, and they're really. There are very few artists that can take care of music and take care of business. Do you do your own business?
Right now, I don't book the band myself. I've done that a long time ago, and you just end up losing hair, and you get a phone planted on your ear all the time. You can't book the band all the time. You really do need to concentrate on just the music. You need to practice every day. We're kind of handling it. We keep our little books going on the road, and it's just us 3 traveling the road: bass player, drummer, and me, and that's it. We don't have a road crew or even a guitar tech or anything. We bring our own equipment in, we tear it down, we pack it up, we drive ourselves to the gig. We are tough. I must admit, we are tough, and we don't whine. And the music business. The business aspect, I really would like to have somebody else handle it. I just want to concentrate on playing the music.